100 rated chess, but the center 16 squares are a sacred place. No captures from both sides allowed there. Ha! A challenge that is completely under my control. Barely an inconvenience. We get a 131 from South Africa. Okay, so it is pretty obvious that I should not be pushing any pawns into the center 16 square. Same thing applies with my opponent. Therefore, knight f3. Preventing my opponent from pushing e5, this way none of us can control the center. That blunders a pawn, but I cannot capture inside this square. b3 instead. Well, I mean, it's fine though, as long as I don't let him capture anything in the square. It is physically impossible for him to end this video. d5. Bishop b2. Knight e7. That blunders the e-pawn in two different ways, but that pawn is invincible. h4. We can only play on the sides. I'll start pushing the side pawns. Bishop g4. Aha! That threatens bishop takes f3, ending the video. Knight back to h2. Bishop h5. g4. Bishop g6. h5. Who knows, maybe he'll think that his bishop is trapped and desperados on my h-pawn. He sees everything. This guy is baiting me to go f3, trapping the bishop. And then he can go knight f5, threatening queen h4, checkmate in one, which is very difficult to defend properly, and I will almost certainly have to sacrifice pieces. This guy is very strong. Rook g1 instead. a5. Okay, now that blunders a piece to d3, trapping the bishop. But he may take the d-pawn as a desperado, which ends the video. g5 instead. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Rook a6. Knight a3. h6. Aha! I'm happy to open up my rook. The engine probably doesn't like this move too much, as it allows my opponent to double up his rook on an open file, but I mean, you know, this move is pretty long range and difficult to see. Absolutely. He's still blundering the e-pawn, by the way, just saying. Bishop h3. Knight g6. Aha! Finally. The very first real blunder of the game. H takes g6. Knight g4. g5. Knight e3. I'll provoke him to push his pawns all the way down and take my pawns on the second rank. This way I can quickly develop my queen without having to push my own center pawns. He just develops his queen instead. Knight b5. Taking the woman for an early resignation is also an option. Queen c5. a4. Bishop takes c2. Aha! The second blunder of the game, knight takes c2. Now my queen and rook can come out this way. This game is completely under my control. Rook c6. Rook c1. Rook f6. Aha! That is threatening queen takes f2, checkmate in one. I have to defend that. Knight d4. Blocking his queen from taking my pawn on f2. And even though now he can actually just take my knight and immediately end the video, I mean, he should be able to see that taking my knight with his queen is obviously blundering the queen in two different ways, including a very obvious backward knight capture. And furthermore, my knight not only defends my own checkmate, but it also opens up my rook for a very obvious discovered attack at his queen. This knight is completely invulnerable and he has to move his queen to a safe square here. Right?